Evening all. Stephen here. New Year's Eve. Last day of 2017, and what a year it's been. Oh. Smoking once again. My little skull clay pipe. With once again some Robert McConnell Original Oriental. I did buy myself another tin of tobacco for Christmas. Sam Gareth's Skiff mixture. But it's all the way up there on the second shelf. I just can't be arsed. Perhaps once the holidays are over, I'll make the effort to open the tin. I'm looking forward to it. This produces clouds of lovely creamy smoke. I think the pipe helps. So if I've got a bit of a throat thing going on here, it's not that I've got a cold, it's before I started filming. I took a big hit of my current favourite stuff, which is Freiburg and Treya, Santo Domingo. And that is good. It's a very, very dark, very coarse, very moist stuff. So it's a bit like snorting fine topsoil. And it's giving me a bit of an irritation at the back of my throat. I'll have a drink of beer. Cheers, Happy New Year all. I'm drinking once again the old favourite, Young's Special London Ale. Ah, yeah. Oh, that's it. See, the smoke from my pipe has been drawn up the chimney. How bizarre. You probably didn't catch that in the background, but it's one of the curses of New Year's Eve, fireworks. And as I've said before, you don't like fireworks, do you, boy? No, you don't. And it's only about, what, 8:15 in the evening here. So I've got a few hours, and they've been going off for the past couple of hours. I mean, if you're letting off fireworks to celebrate New Year's Eve, why are you letting them off at 6 o'clock in the evening? And when I was walking Ziggy earlier on around the common up the road, they were going off. They were going off very close by. I mean, you know, some people shouldn't be allowed to have possession of fireworks, let alone possession of fireworks in a public space. And of course, to accompany them with the blue lights and sirens. Because this is one of the busiest nights of the year for the blue light services, particularly the fire brigade and the ambulance service. I've said it before, explosives and alcohol, not a good mixture, not a good mixture. People either setting light to themselves or their house or their shed or their garage or their neighbour's shed, house or garage. Unbelievable. But The album I'm listening to, another old favourite. Ian Dury, New Boots and Panties. Handsome boy. Probably his best album, this one. Tends to be labelled as a punk album, but Ian Dury had been going for long before punk appeared in the 70s. What we used to call pub rock. But it is a great album. And if he rode on the coattails of punk to achieve stardom, then why not? Towards the end of his life, because he died in his late 50s from cancer. In the UK, he had achieved something of the status of a national musical treasure. Cheeky chappy type. And it was only after he'd gone that it came out that he wasn't actually a particularly nice person a lot of the time. I never knew him. So. Apparently, no, he was quite a cruel and bullying type. But everyone's complex, aren't they? We've all got our hang-ups, we all carry baggage with us. And he was this disabled man, so he'd probably gone through his fair share of hardships during his life. So who are we to say how that would affect any of us? But his band, the Blockheads, absolutely incredible band. So tight, so... They were considered to be the best band of the age, for musicality. But they're not credited on this. It was only later it became Ian Dury and the Blockheads. This is just Ian Dury. All they're playing. Never saw them live, although I did see a couple of, one of the existing members of the band at the time this was recorded, a couple of heroes of mine, Norman Watt-Roy, the bass player, absolutely incredible bass player, absolutely amazing. And later on the band was joined by Wilko Johnson, who you've probably seen me wearing the t-shirt, former guitarist with Dr. Feelgood, and then went on a solo career. You know, he's not an incredible... He'd be the first to admit he's not an incredible musician, you know, for playing Hendrix-like solos or whatever. He's basically a rhythm guitarist. Well, what rhythm? Always used to play a black Telecaster with a red scratch guard. Never used a plectrum. He said he could never get on with them. So all that hard driving strumming he always did with his fingertips. He said he always had the black guitar with the red scratch guard because the blood wouldn't show up. But anyway, him and Norman Watt-Roy teamed up in later years, and I saw them play a few times. Absolutely incredible. Just a trio, drums, bass, guitar, and the sweat and the passion, and absolutely fantastic. From these guys that by the time I saw them, I started seeing them in the 90s, were already getting on a bit. But they keep it real. Music's their life and their passion. Wilco, of course, was told he only had a couple of months left to live a few years back. Discovered a huge tumour in his abdomen, and he refused treatment. He said he didn't want it, he'd just go, you know, if it was his time he was going to go. And as it turned out, they ended up operating on him and removed a massive tumour from his abdomen, and now he's fit as a fiddle. Anyway, I've got slightly sidetracked there as usual. Cheers once again. I hope you all have a fantastic New Year's Eve. I don't really do New Year. Never liked it, never enjoyed it. I can't think of a single memorable New Year's Eve where I had a good time. Too much sort of forced jollity, I mean, especially if you go into a public situation. And a bit too much of people, I mean, a video from Nova Piper earlier sparked this remembrance in me, but my dad was an alcoholic. I've had a major alcohol addiction problem all my life. There's no getting away from it. I sit here and think many times about how my life could have been different if I hadn't been addicted to the booze. And my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, very, very serious alcoholic. And he's been dry for many years now. He's done a fantastic job. I mean, he was really made my addiction pale by comparison. He really was a serious alcoholic. But I remember him saying once, and this was in his drinking days, about events like Christmas and New Year's Eve, which you would think would be an alcoholic stream. He said he couldn't stand it because all the amateur drinkers. And it has a certain resonance, you know. Because you get these periods of the year where people that aren't used to drinking go out and drink far, far, far too much. And that's always been, there's another siren going off over there. I've got a fire station just down the road from me and a police station and an ambulance station just up there. But yeah, my problem with New Year's Eve, you know, you go out and there'd be people that weren't used to drinking. Not that you should be used to drinking, I'm not glorifying it, for God's sake. But people that weren't even used to it, that had started drinking far, far too early in the evening. So that well before midnight, they had totally lost control. I don't know, I sound like I'm being judgmental here, and personally I'm not in a position to be judgmental, you know. Those people that can socially drink and have a good time, no problem with it at all. It's when it takes control of you, that's when the problems start. But anyway, I didn't mean this to be a bloody health warning lecturing type video. This is going to be my Happy New Year at the YTPC. Happy New Year, stay sober. Seriously though, I want to thank you all for an absolutely fantastic year. I've said before how much this means to me, and it really does. This does more for me than any therapy ever has. And I feel that I'm talking to people, you know, even though I'm not getting anything back other than in the comments, you know, it means a great deal, and I look forward to doing these videos. So I want to thank you all, and I'm not going to name names because I've missed someone out as usual, and that's not a good thing. But cheers. The brotherhood and sisterhood of the pipe. You've been fantastic, and this is actually, I'd go so far as to say over the past 12 months, this has changed my life. And that means a huge amount to me. So, thank you one and all, and cheers. And at that, I better knock it on the head, because the boy's looking a bit worried about the fireworks. So I'll have to console him and make a little nest for him in the corner where he can go and hide.
name is Dicky. I come from Billericay, and I'm doing very well.
I better turn this off, it gets a bit rude. And this is meant to be a family-friendly channel. Ramona, Ribena. That's enough, right. Cheers, everyone. Be safe, well and warm. Hope you have a fantastic New Year celebration wherever you are. Or if you've already had it, for those poor people that, you know, have to have it in advance of a proper New Year, like we do in London. That's not serious. I hope you have a fantastic time, and I want to thank you all again, and I want to wish you sincerely all the best for the coming year. I hope it's all safe, peaceful, healthy, happy, prosperous, and everything you would want it to be. Cheers, everyone. Don't worry, it's empty. Ta-da.